Against the Palestinian people The Palestinian population group. The Israeli government shall dismiss a form of systematic domination and opposition that privilege Israel and systematical respect Palestine and the persecution of Palestine. The UN Human Rights experts verdict the Palestinians are in grave debt of mass exclassing and color is a difficult step. Israel has suffered attack of terror and war signs. Its creation in supporting a just settlement must consider the protection and security of Israel, as well as the sustainability of the country. Israel is home to a large number of Jews who for centuries have been an important part of world history. Historical complexity. The history of this conflict cannot be ignored. Israel has been around for the sake of has suffered wars and terror attacks. The Palestinian division and the division between Palestinian leaders between Fatah and Hamas is a key factor in the complexity of conflict. Inequality at the negotiating table. Over some periods, negotiations between Israel and the Palestinians have shown inequality in power and in access. Negotiations conducted in the opposition of inequality can benefit on one side and harm the other. The argument against stresses the need to ensure that all parties have equal access to the negotiating table and can participate in the peace process. The United States is a country that officially recognizes Israel as a strategic ally in the Middle East and provides significant political, economic, and military support to Israel over the years. However, the United States has also expressed its support from Palestine and has worked to facilitate the peace process in the Israel-Palestine conflict. There are several reasons why the United States has interest in supporting peace and stability in the region, which includes support for Palestine. Regional stability interest. The United States wants to maintain stability of the Middle East because the region has a major impact on the United States national interest and security. Persistent Israel-Palestine conflict triggers tension and instability through the principle of justice and human rights. The United States, together with the international community, has recognized the importance of the respect of human rights and justice in the settlement of conflict. Thus, the United States has supported peace efforts that take into account the interests of both sides. International support. The United States is a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council and has a significant role in world politics. It is important to remember that view on this issue very widely, and an effective solution of the Israel-Palestine conflict requires a deep understanding of the historical, political, cultural conflict of the region.
Stop dulu boleh? Dah.
Okay, for the next speaker is Deputy Prime Minister Melly Zaurin. The time is yours. Speak for 7 minutes. Your time starts now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Desy Melati and Deputy Prime Minister. So today, as the second speaker,
stop supporting genocide in Palestine. Many argue that the USA, as a global moral leader, has responsibility to condemn and prevent any action that could be contrary and contributing the genocide. Supporting human rights and opposing genocide align with the USA core values and principles. Proponents argue that the US should adhere to international not need tributary beneficial. U.S. foreign policy regarding Israel and Palestine has been a complicated and controversial issue for decades. The USA government has expressed support for Israel as a strategic ally in the Middle East, while also supporting the achievement of peaceful solution between Israel and Palestine. View of the Israel-Palestine conflict are diverse in the United States, and there is a range of view among Americans, including among politicians and civil society. It is important to distinguish between the views of individual groups or the official United States government. The issue is commitment in has a long history, and peaceful solution is desired by many around the world. It is important to approach this topic better to understand and share out new sources that can provide multiple viewpoints to understand that issue better. Basically, the reason the United States supports Israel was because they saw Israel as a useful tool to contend the Soviet Union influence in the Middle East among Arab countries during the Gulf War. This war state why senior White House official after President Joe Biden was used by student in a public appearance called for a ceasefire in the war. I think we need a pause, Biden said. Later speaking, the reported U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby clarified what this meant. However, AFP emphasized this was for generally requires a ceasefire. The humanitarian pause is temporary location and focus on a particular goal or objective. Humanitarian aid in people are for this shape. The general aid is in a medium democratic area for a limited time. There will be appreciation of hospitals not below whatever you below we explain. In fact, the White House has called for a similar humanitarian pause to allow aid to be delivered to Gaza or to conduct evacuation, but it has so far refused to discuss the ceasefire to believe that it would only benefit Hamas. We are not advocating a general ceasefire at this point. Here we shared again, as I shared through later, we believe that a general ceasefire will benefit Hamas in giving them the space and target to play and carry out the aid against Gaza. Further said, it is known that the war between Hamas and Israel has been approached 1 month. During that time, Gaza Palestine was bombarded by Israel. More than 8,500 civilians were killed, of which 300 were children. Distribution continued to emerge from even countries, including the termination of relations with Israel. The Indonesian government generally condemned acts of human rights violation, including genocide in Palestine. Indonesia has considered Palestine independent and committed to peace in the region. The state or government that support genocide in Palestine may include diplomatic protests, Somali ambassador in international diplomacy effort to encourage the solution of the problem. Further action may vary depending on the situation and the global project development. President Joko Widodo will take action resulting in the Hamas-Israel war situation in Gaza. They also strongly condemn the violence that occurred. Indonesia will not remain silent as usually innocent citizens who are currently still constrained by conditions geopolitics. The White House said Biden also underscored the need to immediately and significantly increase the flow of humanitarian assistance to meet the needs of civilian in Gaza, as supplies in the best territory with the death to toll in Gaza Strip in the thousands are rising. The Biden administration is under pressure to make clear its support for Israel does not make blanket support for everything its alleged in the region. In a television interview on Sunday morning, Biden National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said Israel had a responsibility to protect the lives of innocent people in Gaza. Sullivan said Washington asked Israel to question inquiry issues extracting humanitarian aid is trying to distinguish between terrorists and the nonsense solution, and about how Israel thinks about only a matter of humanitarian concern, but also a means to promote peace and stability in the region. The conflict has caused immense suffering and pending meaningful negotiations for too long. Thank you.
Move to closing opposition. To member of opposition, Ms. Fira, the floor is yours. Speak for 7 minutes and your time starts now. My name is Fira, as a member of opposition. The U.S. government has never official genocide in Palestine. However, U.S. policies have provided substantial support to Israel. This has taken actions that could be considered genocide. What has led is U.S. support for the concept of legal Israel statement in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. These statements are illegal under international law, and their presence has aided the forced enslavement of Palestinians and the destruction of their homes. Another evidence is U.S. support for the Israel blockade of the Gaza Strip. The blockade has caused a severe humanitarian crisis in Gaza, with its 2 million residents dependent on the international aid for surveillance. This policy have made the U.S. one of Israel's main support that has drawn its criticism from various quarters because the U.S. of support genocide in Palestine. Here are some arguments U.S. to support the claim that as the government support genocide in Palestine, the illegal Israel settlement in West Bank and East Jerusalem has it to the further displacement of Palestine and the dispersion of their property. The Israel blockade of the Gaza Strip and covered severe humanitarian crisis in Gaza. As military aid, Israel has been used by Israel to attack Palestinian civilians. This has led to the death and injury of Palestinian civilians. However, the U.S. government claims that it supports genocide in Palestine. They argue that their policies are aimed at supporting Israel's security
someone on the pro side of the mission is hopefully that the U.S. government should stop supporting genocide in Palestine, might make it holiday. Humanitarian responsibility. The United States has a moral and ethical responsibility to stand against any action that results in the loss of innocent lives. The Afghan human rights violations in Palestine have reset Congress globally, and the U.S. should play a role in preventing such violations. International law. Many international organizations and bodies have raised concern about potential violations of international law in the Israel-Palestine conflict. By withdrawing support for action that could be seen as contributing to these violations, the U.S. can apply international legal standards, promoting peace and stability. The United States shows supporting peace trust that the U.S. can grab the war board of unity where Israel and Palestine can contain peace, harmony, and mutual respect. This did manifest to the belief that the United States government is involved in providing support, particularly providing genocide activities in Palestine. Genocide referred to systematic and planned action to destroy of ammunition a particular ethnic, religious, or national group. Implicit that the host believe that acts of genocide are taking place in Palestine and that the United States government should take steps to end its support for such acts. Thank you.
Okay, for the last speaker, opposition made 2 minutes. Yasmine, time is yours. Speak for 7 minutes and your time starts now. I'm Yasmine and opposition made. There is no evidence for official support to suggest that the U.S. government only supports genocide in Palestine. The issue of conflict between Israel and Palestine is a complex and sensitive issue involving history, politics, and long-standing tensions. The United States official position on the conflict has changed over time according to the government in power. Thus, resolving this conflict is still the focus of international diplomacy. There is no official evidence to suggest that the U.S. government only or military support genocide in Palestine. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is a complex and sensitive issue with varying perspectives and opinions. United States foreign policy regarding this conflict has changed over time with various governments. Also, the U.S. has close relations with Israel. They have also supported efforts for a peaceful resolution and humanitarian assistance to the Palestinians. The situation remains of international concern and diplomatic efforts to find a peaceful solution continue. The allegation that U.S. government continually supports genocide in Palestine is a very serious statement and is not supported by official evidence. U.S. policy in this conflict has changed over time, and previous United States administration have had numerous approaches. The U.S. has supported Israel as long-standing ally, but has also supported peace efforts and humanitarian aid for Palestinians. The situation remains of international concern and diplomatic effort continue to seek a peaceful solution. The position that the United States government officially supports genocide is very serious statement that requires concrete evidence. I do not have information for specific weapons or actions that require discipline and such actions will